Dylan Wang and Shen Yue's undeniable chemistry has captivated fans since their breakout roles in Meteor Garden. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the truth behind their unforgettable bond and exclusive updates on their off-screen romance. From the very beginning, their connection was too real, too effortless, and far too emotional to be just acting. While many initially believed it was all part of the show, subtle moments over the years have provided proof that their love went beyond the script. Their journey began on the set of Meteor Garden, where Dylan played the charming yet hot-headed Dao Ming-sai, and Shen Yue brought the courageous and warm-hearted Dong Shan Cai to life. The moment their characters met, sparks flew, not just between their characters, but also between the actors themselves. Fans couldn't help but notice how naturally they fit together, not just in romantic scenes, but in every glance, every laugh, every touch that seemed too genuine to be rehearsed. What stood out the most was their behind-the-scenes chemistry. Numerous videos and interviews showed Dylan looking at Shen Yue with admiration, teasing her playfully, or helping her when she wasn't aware of the cameras. Shen Yue, too, seemed to be at ease with him in a way that was rare for co-stars. She smiled more when he was around, often leaned in closer when they sat next to each other, and even mimicked some of his mannerisms unconsciously. For fans, it was like watching two people falling in love without realizing it. Even after Meteor Garden ended, the closeness between them didn't fade. Unlike many co-stars who part ways after a project, Dylan and Shen Yue continued to be linked. They were often seen attending similar events, and fans spotted them interacting with a familiarity that hinted at a deeper bond. During interviews for their post-drama promotions, their answers about each other were always warm and affectionate. Dylan would often say how special Shen Yue was, calling her genuine, kind, and someone who left a lasting impression. Shen Yue, in turn, spoke of Dylan with fondness, often blushing or smiling whenever his name was mentioned. But what really fueled the ongoing speculation were the little things, those tiny details that only the most observant fans picked up. They wore matching accessories at different times, like identical rings or bracelets. Some fans noticed that they posted pictures from the same locations within hours or days of each other, even though they weren't publicly working on the same projects. While this could easily be brushed off as coincidence, the frequency of these coincidences made it harder to ignore. There was also a period when Dylan Wang, known for being active on social media, suddenly became more private. Around the same time, Shen Yue also became more reserved online. Fans speculated that the two might be trying to keep something under wraps. Perhaps they were protecting something precious, something the world wasn't meant to see just yet. As both actors continued to grow in popularity, the pressures of fame and constant public scrutiny made it understandable why they would want to shield their relationship. Insiders from the industry have occasionally hinted at a romantic link between them. One stylist who worked closely with both stars reportedly told a friend that Dylan and Shen Yue had an undeniable spark even when the cameras weren't rolling. A former crew member mentioned seeing them spending time together during breaks, often sharing inside jokes and seemingly lost in their own world. While these stories were never confirmed publicly, they added fuel to the growing belief that there was more to their connection than what met the eye. The most compelling proof, however, came from a moment during a live event. When the two reunited for a special appearance years after Meteor Garden, their interaction immediately reignited rumors. The way Dylan looked at Shen Yue, eyes filled with warmth, admiration, and something softer, did not go unnoticed. He stood protectively close to her, guided her gently across the stage, and even fixed her microphone without hesitation. Shen Yue responded with shy smiles, giggles, and that same natural comfort fans remembered from years before. It was as if no time had passed at all. What made this moment stand out wasn't just the sweetness, it was how genuine it all felt. There was no script, no acting, just two people sharing a real connection in front of thousands. Fans watching the event flooded social media with clips, comments, and confessions, many saying they had never seen such real chemistry between two celebrities. It was raw, unscripted, and beautifully authentic. Their bond also stood the test of time. In an industry where co-stars often lose contact, Dylan and Shen Yue's connection never seemed to fade. In interviews years later, Dylan was still asked about Shen Yue, and his responses never lacked sincerity. He once described her as someone who brought light into his life at the right time. Shen Yue, too, once said she felt safe and understood when working with Dylan, even calling their collaboration fate. And it wasn't just words, it was actions. Dylan, known for being guarded about his personal life, showed an uncharacteristic openness when it came to Shen Yue. Whether it was how he defended her from online criticism, praised her talent, or lit up when talking about her, it was clear that she held a special place in his heart. Shen Yue, although quieter, showed her affection through loyalty. She never distanced herself from Dylan, despite the rumors. In fact, she continued to support his projects, showing up to screenings and engaging in subtle online gestures that didn't go unnoticed. Many fans believe that the reason they never officially confirmed their relationship was to protect it. In an industry where relationships are often torn apart by the public eye, perhaps Dylan and Shen Yue chose to keep things private, knowing that the only way their love could survive was away from the spotlight. They valued each other too much to let fame ruin something so rare. But love, no matter how hidden, always finds a way to show itself. And in their case, it has. In every lingering glance, every quiet moment caught on camera, and every interaction that made the crowd gasp, it was there. The kind of love that doesn't need words or labels, just presence. Fans have remained loyal over the years, holding on to the belief that Dylan and Shen Yue's love story is one that continues to unfold. Whether they are together in secret, or simply bonded for life by a shared experience, one thing is clear: what they had was never just for the screen. It was real, raw, and beautiful. The kind of love that doesn't fade with time or distance. As their careers continue to soar, the hope is that one day they will feel ready to share their story with the world, if not through a public confirmation, then perhaps through a future reunion project that reignites the spark all over again. Until then, fans will continue to support them, knowing in their hearts that what they witnessed years ago wasn't just acting. It was love in its purest, most authentic form. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have shown us that sometimes the strongest love stories are the ones that don't need grand declarations. Sometimes it's in the silence, in the glances, in the moments no one was supposed to see. Their journey proves that love doesn't always need a spotlight.